Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's reading. Tonight we're going to be reading Once Upon a Dragon's Fire by Beatrice Blue. If you like the story, you can pick it up at your local library. Now let's begin. Once upon a magic kingdom, before fire ever existed, there lived a terrifying dragon near a village. No one had ever seen the dragon, but everyone talked about him. For it was written in books that he was so mean he ate kittens for breakfast. He was so scary that he made children scream, and he was so evil that he blew huge storms out of his jaws, which was why it was always so cold. Everyone was scared of the dragon, except for Freya and Silas. They loved reading stories about the dragon out loud to each other. "I'm not scared," Silas would say when Freya spoke about the dragon's roar, which was so loud it destroyed roofs. "I'm not scared either," Freya would say when Silas read about the dragon's long, sharp claws and terrifying teeth. Reading about the dragon was their favorite thing to do. One bitter winter day, a big storm began to blow. It was so cold that the warmth left the town, and no one could bring it back. "The storm must be the dragon's fault," Silas said. "Enough is enough," Freya declared. "We have to do something." Both of them agreed. This bad dragon must be stopped. So they packed some supplies and their books about the dragons and set out on the high, windy mountain. When they got to the top, they found a cave. Two big yellow eyes shone out from the dark. "I'm not scared," Silas whispered, and they stepped inside. And they saw the dragon. But he didn't have long, sharp claws, and he didn't have terrifying teeth. And he didn't roar so loudly that roofs were destroyed. In fact, this dragon wasn't scary at all. He was just cold, scared, and very lonely. "We have to help him," said Freya. Freya and Silas knew that when they felt sad or lonely, there was only one thing that made them feel better. So they snuggled close to the dragon and began to read. But then Silas realized something terrible. Every story they knew about the dragon was evil. "That's not true," said Silas. Then Freya had an idea. "What if we make up a new story?" she said. "Once upon a magic kingdom, there lived a very wonderful dragon," Silas said. "Everyone loved him because he was kind. He always reminded people to stick together and be good to one another," Freya continued. As the dragon listened to the new story, a warmth started to grow deep in his chest. The more Freya and Silas talked, the warmer and warmer he got, until the warmth burst out of him in flames. It was the first time a dragon had ever breathed fire. Together, the dragon, Silas, and Freya flew down the mountain to protect the townspeople from the mighty storm. The dragon's fire warmed up their houses and celebrated, and then they celebrated the Free Friends' bravery. Ever since, dragons have carried fire inside to remind us of how friendship can warm hearts as well as homes. And in the village, there are new tales of dragons, full of kindness and adventure. For the people know that even in the coldest of times, we all carry the spark of friendship inside us. And that is it. This book is dedicated to Jan, Mark, Freya, and Elle. who showed me the first real dragons, and to Danny and my friends in Montreal for building new stories together, even on the coldest of days. Signed, Beatrice. Now, if you guys want, give a like and a follow, and we'll see you in the next one.